second pull we're going to cover in our pull series is our Sumo Deadlift High Pull. Now this differs from our normal deadlift in the stance. Our setup's going to be slightly wider, so think of that sumo wrestler getting ready for a fight, okay? Nice and wide in the stance. The grip actually comes closer now and it comes into the bar. Now if we're just doing a sumo deadlift, the grip does not have to be this close. If we're doing a sumo deadlift, Chris would actually take his grip slightly wider if he wishes. As long as his hands are inside his feet, that is fine. But we're doing the high pull. We are coming to the high pull, so we've now got to take those hands closer. Notice how Chris's thumbs meet in the middle, and then he'll wrap his thumbs round, and now his hands are in a central position on the bar. From here he's going to put himself into this deadlift position. Now this position is pretty much the same as the deadlift in the fact that we've got tension in the hamstrings and glutes, the head is in its neutral position, and the back is nice and tight and in its neutral position. The weight is on his heels, and his toes are just slightly flared to keep those hips nice and open. Chris is now going to pull the bar. I'm just going to demonstrate the sumo deadlift part of this lift. So the deadlift part is the same. He's just going to pull that bar to his hip and stand to full extension. And just relax there. So now the high pull phase. If we're going to do a sumo deadlift high pull, just relax and stand up, Chris. We're going to need to generate some momentum when we pull this bar from the floor, okay? If we just try and pull that bar from the floor and then stop and pull to the shoulders, it's going to be hard work. Just demonstrate that for us. So Chris is going to do the deadlift first. And he's going to treat this like two movements. So he's going to come to his hip, and he's going to stop, and then to pull that bar to the shoulders. It's quite hard work, right? Absolutely. So we're going to bring that bar to the floor. Now, when we come to do this lift in real time, we want this to be one smooth pull. So Chris is going to fully extend to the hip, and then as soon as he fully extends and reaches full extension, he's going to snap that hip, and drive those elbows high and wide, so that bar comes just below his chin, keeping the bar nice and close the whole time. Perfect. And we see the bar has got a lot more pace to it, it gets there a lot easier, and Chris hasn't got to work half as much to get the bar there, okay? Chris, might just come around. So what we're going to demonstrate now is the bar path itself. What we don't want to see is the bar come away from the central line at any point. A cue we normally give on this is keep the bar so close you physically tear your shirt off with the bar. So keep the bar close from the floor to the hip, and as we pull through that hip, it stays close all the way through. And if we'll notice, I'm not sure if you'll see it past the plates here, but you should have seen it from the front, it's Chris's elbow position being high and wide as well, okay? So Chris, just demonstrate two single demos for us. Perfect, good. So as we saw there, Chris kept that bar nice and close the whole time. The common mistakes we see with this lift is one, we don't reach full extension before we try to take that bar to the high pull phase of the lift. So actually you might come around, it might be easy to see it from here.
Roger.
Okay, cool. So Chris is now going to demonstrate not reaching full extension of the hip before he initiates that high pull phase of the lift, okay? Actually, it's very hard to tell there, you've got to come to full extension, don't fully extend. Okay. Good, we can see there, that's actually a much better demonstration. It's really hard to demonstrate core movement, by the way, if you know how to move well. Just stand up and relax.
Such a good athlete.
What we noticed there is Chris stayed in a position where the knees were still bent, the hip was still partially closed, and actually he was bent over the bar slightly. Now if we've done this for over a lot of reps with a lot of weight, Chris would naturally end up rounding and feeling the pressure in his lower back all the time. Okay, so we need to make sure we reach that full extension before fully standing into that high pull. Alternatively, people will not bring the bar down to their hip on the way back down again. They'll literally just drop straight down to the floor to try and maintain speed in this movement. We still need to control this movement over our reps, okay? So when Chris takes, he's going to take the perfect sumo deadlift high pull up, and on the way down he's just going to come down really soft, okay? He's not going to engage. So you notice, get the name really well again, just drop. I want to see you hit your hip here. That's a much better demonstration of the core sumo deadlift high pull. Just relax. As Chris come down there, you'll notice that literally he let his back go soft, the weight then took control, gravity took over and yanked him down to the floor. Again, Chris would feel this in his lower back. And if he moves this way on the way up and on the way down, he's going to hit a whole lot of problems in his lower back. He's going to tighten up big time. So Chris is now going to demonstrate for the last time the perfect sumo deadlift high pull. He's going to initiate, engage with the kick on the way up and on the way down with both parts of this lift. Perfect. And that is our sumo deadlift high pull.